Hi, hello, how are you all? I hope so you all are fine and safe. Me, Lavina Walder, I'm Lavina ma'am. I'm going to take you class 10 biology chapter life processes. So in life processes, we are going to study circulatory system, respiratory system and digestive system. Life processes, all biological processes taking place in our body that are essential for our survival. If we want to survive, see, in this world we all are surviving, we all are living beings, we all are alive because different types of biological processes taking place in our body, such as nutrition means you are eating the food. After eating the food, it is digested in your stomach. From that then it is passed to your small intestine, large intestine. This you have studied in your 8th standard. Respiration generally means exchange of gases. You are taking inside oxygen gas and you are taking outside carbon dioxide gas. Okay, this is the meaning of respiration. Transportation means transporting of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Excretion means you are removing the waste. Circulation also double and single circulation, that you are going to study in 10th standard. But Karnataka State Board has reduced the syllabus. Okay, Karnataka State Board has reduced the syllabus because you have studied some topics in your 8th standard, that is nutrition and respiration. So in this class you are going to study only transportation, excretion and circulation because Karnataka State Board has reduced the syllabus. Transportation in humans. This is your heart. Okay, not your heart, but in your screen, no, it is a heart. Okay, it is a human heart. So heart, it is situated in your left hand side. Generally it is situated in your left hand, just slightly near to left hand side, and the size it is of your fist. Okay, it is of your hand. Okay, it is of your fist. This is the structure of the heart and this is the parts of the heart. Okay, let us discuss one by one. Heart, it is a muscular organ. Okay, heart, it is a muscular organ. That is the reason it is pumping the blood. You can see in the picture blue, it is which is colored in blue. It doesn't means that your heart it is blue and red in color. Okay, blue in a sense it consists of deoxygenated blood, which consists of carbon dioxide blood, and red color it generally means it consists of oxygenated blood. Okay, where oxygen is going to add in the blood. So the picture, it is like a mirror image. Okay, you can see that right and left it is towards your opposite image. Actually your heart, right atrium and right ventricle, it is present in your right hand side. Okay, you can see in a picture image, actually it is, okay, mirror image. Left atrium, left ventricle, it is present in your left hand side and it consists of pulmonary veins, pulmonary artery, spectrum, vena cava, aorta. Transportation generally takes place oxygen and carbon dioxide in the blood. Okay, through the blood, transportation of oxygen and carbon dioxide it takes place. Four chambers, atrium and ventricle. So right atrium and left atrium, their upper chamber, it consists of, upper chambers means 2 chambers. Upper chamber consists of 2 chambers, right atrium and left atrium. They both are atrium. Lower chamber consists of ventricle, left ventricle and right ventricle. 2 plus 2 it will become 4. It consists of bicuspid and tricuspid valve. Okay, these are bicuspid and tricuspid valve. It will not allow the blood to flow back. Once the blood it is pumped inside the heart, it will go in unidirectional, in the same directional, okay, bidirectional, okay, it is moving here and there, but the flow of the blood, it is in one direction. It is not moving, it is not mixing the blood, okay. It bicuspid and tricuspid wall, it will not allow the blood to flow back. Largest vein, it is vena cava. Vena cava, it is a largest vein, and it will transport only deoxygenated blood from upper body, means from your head, eyes, nose, mouth, neck, that is the upper hands, that is the upper part, okay. It is collecting the deoxygenated blood, which consists of carbon dioxide from upper part and lower part. So you can see that upper and lower part. So this is the upper part, okay, and this is the lower part. So it is collecting the impure blood, and this blood, it is passed inside the heart, okay. And from the heart, it is reaching to the atrium, that is right atrium, and from this right atrium, the blood, it is flowed to right ventricle. From right ventricle, it is passed to pulmonary arteries, okay. So pulmonary arteries contains deoxygenated blood. All the arteries contains oxygenated blood, but pulmonary arteries is the arteries which contains deoxygenated blood, okay, which consists of carbon dioxide gas. Next, from pulmonary arteries, the CO2 blood, that is deoxygenated blood, it flows to lungs, okay. From the pulmonary arteries, the blood, it is flowing to the lungs. From here to here, it is flowing to the lungs. It consists of CO2, that is deoxygenated blood. From you are breathing in oxygen gas and you are taking out carbon dioxide gas, so this is the exchange of gases takes place in the lungs. So lungs, it will add oxygen to the blood, and it will pass to pulmonary veins, okay, and it will pass to pulmonary veins. And from pulmonary veins, the blood, it is flowing to, from this lungs, the blood, it is flowing to left artery. From left atrium, from the valve, that is tricuspid wall, it is passed to left ventricle, okay. From left ventricle, it is passed to aorta, and from aorta, it passed to oxygenated blood, it is passed to different types of cells, it is passed to all parts of our body, okay. This is the function. And aorta, it is a largest artery, and largest vein is vena cava, okay. This is the main function. From vena cava, it is passed to right atrium. From right atrium, it is passed to right ventricle. Then it is from pulmonary arteries, it goes to the lungs, and from the lungs, it is passed to pulmonary veins, and from the pulmonary veins, the blood, it is pumped back to the heart, okay, and it is passed to left atrium, left ventricle, then it is passed to aorta, then all parts of the body. So this is the main that function heart will do the function. When left atrium, okay, and right ventricle relax, that time right atrium and left ventricle contracts, okay. When this right atrium and left ventricle relax, and right ventricle and left atrium contracts, so okay, when this part will contract, this will relax. When right atrium and left ventricle will relax, obviously right ventricle and left atrium will contract. Due to this, you are going to hear the sound as lub lubbed up sound. Heart will not give thak 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 sound. Actually the sound it is lubbed up, and the space in between of this heart and the space in between of this heart, we call it as spectrum. This is a spectrum, and you can see the space it is there. This is the space in between of the heart, we call it as spectrum. Okay, so this is the main transportation takes place in the heart. Okay, spigno-nanometer. Spigno-nanometer, it is an instrument in which doctors will check the BP of the patients. So when they will get the value 120 mm of Hg systole when left ventricle contracts and 8 mm of Hg diastole when left ventricle relax. This is a normal BP. Okay, this is a normal systolic and diastolic BP. If you are having high BP, if any patient will be having high BP, the value will be more. If the patient is having less BP, the value 120, and by 80 the value will be less. Circulation. Our body consists of arteries, veins and capillaries. Okay, heart, veins, capillaries and arteries. Capillaries generally means it is the end terminal point of arteries and veins, we call it as capillaries. Arteries, veins and capillary. Arteries are thick walled, vein are thin walled, capillary it is thin walled. Artery it will carry blood from the heart to other parts of the body. Okay, with the help of aorta. Aorta it will carrying the oxygenated blood to all parts of the body. Veins it will carries blood, that is deoxygenated blood, from different organs to the heart. Capillaries are involved in exchange whatever food we are eating. It is exchanging the food material, different types of respiratory gases and body waste. Artery, they are situated deeper under the skin. Okay, just deeper under the skin. Vein situated just under the skin. Okay, you are under the skin, vein is situated, and deeper under the skin, artery is there. Capillary occur where the terminals of arteries and veins they will join. No, there capillaries are present. Circulation, there are two types: single circulation and double circulation. This is the picture of double circulation. Systematic capillaries means capillaries. Lung capillaries means lungs are adding oxygen. See, deoxygenated blood from the heart it is passed to the lungs, and from the lungs it is passed to the all parts of the body. This is carbon dioxide gas, that is deoxygenated gas. Okay, CO2, it is passed from the heart to the lungs. From all parts of the body it is passed to the heart, and from the heart it is passed to the lungs. That is the reason we call it as lung capillaries. And from the lungs oxygenated blood it is passed to the heart, once again to the heart. Okay, all parts of the body they will pass the deoxygenated blood to the heart. Again the oxygenated blood, same blood for second time it is passed from the lungs to the heart. Okay, then it is passed to the all parts of the body. Okay, this is called double circulation. From the cell, oxygen gas, oxygenated, deoxygenated blood, it is passed from the cells to the heart, and that carbon dioxide, that is deoxygenated blood, it is passed to the lungs, from the heart to the lungs, and from the lungs oxygenated gas it is passed to the heart. Okay, then again it is passed to all parts of the cells. Since the blood it is pumped for twice, 2 times the blood it is pumped in the heart, the same blood. That is the reason we call it as double circulation. Single circulation, single circulation. It takes place in fish. So you can see that gill capillaries. Okay, gills are present in the fish. Gills are present. Gills. Systematic capillaries, that is the capillaries where veins and arteries will meet together. The carbon dioxide, that is deoxygenated blood, it is passed from the veins to the heart, and heart will pass the deoxygenated blood to the gills, and from the gills oxygenated blood, it is passed to all parts of the body. By this the circulation takes place, single circulation, and you can observe that heart is pumping the blood only at once. Okay, heart is pumping the blood only at once. That is the reason we call it as single circulation. Our body consists of different types of cells: platelets, RBC, WBC, etc. Platelets are tiny blood cells, small blood cells that help our body from clothes to stop bleeding. It will not allow to bleed. If anyone will fall down accidentally, if your brother, sister, or any relation, or you can see in a TV channel, many of them will fall down accidentally. During that time, you can observe that blood will come out from the body. After some times, the blood will stop bleeding. This is because the platelets, it will form a layer on the skin. Okay, in the skin it will form a layer, and it will not allow the blood to flow out from your body. It will stop the bleeding. The main function of the platelets is it will stop the bleeding. Okay, our blood vessels, it will get damaged, and it will send the message to the platelets: platelets, please come and stop bleeding. So platelets will come and they will rush. Okay, they will rush and they will stop the bleeding, and it will cause the damage of any parts of your body. Lymphatic system, tissue fluid or lymphatic system, it is another fluid other than blood for transportation. It is a colorless fluid, that is no color, and you can see that white color it is there. See, because if I will make it colorless, you can't identify it is a lymph. That is the reason it is like white in color. I have just shaded it white in color. So through the pores present in the capillaries, some pores are there. Some of the plasma, proteins, and blood cells, they'll escapes from the intercellular spores to form a lymph. It will form a lymph. Main function of that, it captures bacteria. That it will capture the bacteria, and it will bring the lymph nodes, whatever bacteria, it will enter inside your body, and it will destroy it completely. It also absorbs in the absorption of fatty acid and transport of fat and chyle. It also transport the fatty acid present inside your body, or fat also, and chyle in the respiratory system. It helps in the production of immune cells. Now and all, you have heard about coronavirus, COVID-19, right? What TV channels they will tell? You should have immune system. You should have immune system. And you have seen in advertisement and all, if there is immune system is good, you will not get COVID-19. If the immune system is good, you will not get other diseases. Yes, immune system, the main production of immune system. Who will do this production of immune cells? That is lymphatic system. That is the reason you will not get the disease. So your lymph, it will produce immune cells. Okay, lymph and blood. Difference between lymph and blood: it is a colorless fluid that does not contain RBC. It is colorless. I have just told you, I have just colored in a white because you can identify that. But it is a colorless fluid. It doesn't contain of RBC. Blood, it is red blood color. Red color it is, and the fluid that it contains RBC. Lymph, it contains plasma and less number of WBC and platelets. There is no platelets in lymph. Very less. It contains but less. Blood, it contains plasma, RBC, WBC and platelets, everything. Lymph, it helps in body defense. Just now I told body defense. COVID-19 you will not get some other disease, as is a part of the immune system. Blood, it is associated with circulation of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Heart will pump both oxygen and carbon dioxide. Blood. Lymph, its plasma lacks proteins. It is lacking in protein. Blood, its plasma has proteins and calcium. Transportation in plants. Just now I discussed about plant transportation in human beings. Now let us discuss transportation in plants. Plants, there are two types of transportation it will take place. One, it is water and minerals, then another one, it is food. Water and minerals generally takes place in xylem tissue. Food, it will takes place in phloem tissue. Xylem, transpiration and root pressure. These two you are going to study. Phloem you are going to study in 10th standard, that is translocation. This is the plant. This is the plant you can see. Okay. So root will absorb the water. Generally you will be having a garden, or in your school the garden is there. You can see the gardener. What the gardener will do, he will put the water to the soil. Okay. What after that, root will absorb the water and it is transported to whole parts of the plant body. So water, it is flowing from down to up. It is in a unidirectional. Okay. In a xylem, water and minerals are transported in unidirectional. Food. Okay. Food. Leaves will prepare the food. When leaves will prepare the food, what happens? It is transported to all parts of the body, stem, branch, roots, everywhere. It is transported to all parts of the body. That is the reason phloem is unidirectional. The food, it is flowing in all the direction. Okay, let us study one by one. Transpiration. Xylem. I have just drawn the cell. You can see that I have just drawn the cells in the plant. Okay. Transpiration generally means cooling plant body. So if we want to cool, what we will do, we will sweat, right? We will sweat and our body will become cool. During the breathing also we will remove the water vapor from the mouth and body will become cool. Similarly, plants will also undergo transpiration. So in transpiration, first cell, okay, it will lose the water. First cell, it will lose the water. Whenever the transpiration takes place, this first cell, it will lose the water to the atmosphere. So what the cell will do, it will ask the water to next cell. Okay, again this second cell, it will ask the water to third cell. Second cell will give the water to first cell, and second cell, it doesn't consist of water. So what it will do, it will ask the water with third cell. Third cell will give water to the second cell. Then again third cell will ask the water to fourth cell, because it doesn't consist of water. It has already given the water to second cell. So by this the process will repeat. Okay, process will repeat. It will lose the water. Then water, it will shift from one cell to another cell. The water, it is shifting from one cell to another cell. That is called as osmosis. Okay, that is called as osmosis pressure, because water is moving from higher concentration to lower concentration. Then if there is no water in the soil, in the cells, in the plant cells, so what generally root will do, soil will absorb the water, root will also absorb the water, and water starts flowing from down to up. Water flows from down to up. This process, it is repeated. Okay, soil absorbs the water, and from the root, the water, it will flow from down to up. This is the process of transpiration. Next, root pressure. So in root pressure, we are talking only about the roots. Okay, we are talking only about the roots. So roots in a soil, there is water and minerals, both it is there in the soil, because you are adding fertilizers, manures, okay, in the soil. It consists of minerals. The purple color you can see, it is a minerals, and blue color it is a water. So water plus mineral, it is present in the soil. First root will absorb only the ions and minerals with the help of ATP energy. So it consists of ATP energy. Root consists of ATP energy. It is absorbing only the ions and minerals in the soil, because it consists of ATP energy. Through ATP energy, it is absorbing only ions and minerals. This is the first step in the root pressure. It is the first step the root will do. Okay, when ions and minerals concentration will become more in the plant, when ions and concentration it will become more in the plant, then what happens? Plant, it consists of more ions and minerals, and water content it will be more in the soil. Yes or no? Okay, water content it will be more in the water soil. Ions, and when it is absorbing ions and minerals with the help of ATP energy, we call it as active absorption. When it is absorbing only ions and minerals from the soil, and it is passed from the root to all parts of the plant body with the help of ATP energy, we call it as active absorption. So now concentration of water it will be more in the soil, but concentration of water it will be very less in the plant. Next, what this plant will do? Root absorbs water. Okay, root it will absorbs water, and it will dilute that ions and minerals. This, when the water it will flow from higher concentration to lower concentration, we call it as osmosis. So these are the two steps. It will root pressure. In a root pressure, these are the two steps it takes place. Next, translocation. So in translocation, we are talking about phloem. Who will prepare the food in plant? Leaves. So leaves it will prepare the food. When it will prepare the food? During photosynthesis, when it will take the sunlight and it will prepare the food with the help of chlorophyll. So leaves, this is the cells I have drawn. Okay, you can see that wire it is like a xylem. Okay, this is the xylem tissue, and this is the phloem tissue. Okay, this is the phloem tissue, and this is the xylem tissue. I have just drawn the cells. Okay, once again, that is the xylem tissue and that is the phloem tissue. So who will prepare the food? Leaves will prepare the food, and whatever food it will prepare, we call it as sucrose. Generally, whatever food they will prepare, plants will prepare, we call it as sucrose. Okay, after it will prepare the food it is transported, the prepared food it is transported into the tissue, phloem tissue, because phloem only transport the food. Other parts of the plant body it will not transport the food. So phloem, okay, the food it is transported in the phloem tissue in the form of sucrose. This is called as active transport. It will takes place with the help of ATP energy. This will takes place in the help of ATP energy. That is the reason we call it as active transport of sucrose. Okay, active transport of sucrose to nearby phloem tissue, because it will takes place with the help of ATP energy. Then concentration of sucrose it will become very high nearer to the phloem, but concentration of sucrose it will be very less in the xylem, because it consists of water. Okay, the shifting of water, because the concentration of sucrose is very high and the quantity of less it will be very less. Okay, root will absorb the water and xylem tissue consists of water. Next, this water molecules it will flow from xylem tissue to phloem tissue. It will make diluted. Okay, the shifting of water from xylem tissue to the phloem, we call it as osmosis, because from higher concentration to lower concentration. Yes, so the water will flow from xylem tissue to phloem tissue. Then with the help of diffusion, the food, it is transported to all parts of the plant body. Okay, after that xylem tissue, it will make the sucrose diluted, then it is flowed to all parts of the body. This is the process of translocation. Okay, thank you students. I hope so you have understood. Thank you very much.